built around money and politics, and just how long this dynamic has sort of dictated political dynamics within America in particular, and how it's sort of maintained sort of status quo issues that are undermining the benefit of the average citizen. I thought that this was a very interesting piece, not just because it was designed in a way that was very easy to follow along with the great graphics, with the documentary style footage of explanations from elected officials or hopefuls. I'm positive about that, but people who have an academic understanding of what it means to run for office and all the limits that come from not having enough money, and just how often having more money is the indicator of whether or not someone is elected. And I feel like a lot of the political dynamics in this country are dictated by money in ways that the average citizen might not really realize, and it explains by so many large issues in which there are voting majorities in one sense. It doesn't end up being reflected in the laws or the people that are put into power, because money has such a disproportionate ability to dictate political dynamics, political climates, the value of particular issues, the type of candidates that are able to run and who are able to get a platform. And I thought this piece really engaged in all those type of ideas and allowed them to showcase how it's really reflected in a political system that currently is not working well for the vast majority of people, and is really only working well for a very specific group of people who have the money to finance their political endeavors. So I thought the piece was very well done in that aspect. It was clearly very educational, well sourced. It had a strong intent, and it ended up having a lasting impact on me in particular because of those reasons.
The filmmaker did a really great job of explaining and breaking down the political campaign system in America, how it works, where the money comes from, how this all started, and how it came to be what it is today. I am not American, and so I only know a little bit about this, but I thought that this just did a great job of breaking it down, making the information really accessible. I thought that the illustrations and everything made it like fun and engaging. Um, but also really important information. You know, I've always thought it was really crazy how influenced any of the parties can be at any given time, because if somebody is funding your campaign, of course now you are more or less obligated to have an ear for them. And it just obviously leads to problems and corruption, and ultimately not keeping the ideas and needs of the people that you're supposed to be serving at the forefront. So it just feels very fundamentally flawed, but a really wonderful breakdown of how it works. I learned a lot. I thought that this was wonderful. And I was thinking, oh, this would be really great, like in school, to teach kids in a like just a more fun and more engaging way than just like a lecture or from a textbook.
This offers some interesting research on money going back centuries in the United States of America. I like the combination of newspaper clips, logos from different companies, images of old and new institutions, and famous quotes on the political subject, along with Mark Pinsley's testimony giving us, in layman's terms, what it means: power, money, campaign funding, and contributions, the political debate, elections, assassinations, intrigue, and so many things behind this historic ways that wealthy people in that country have managed to circumvent the regulations, and how still today there are people fighting to really get a transparent government without any money or other interest influencing it.
This was about money and politics and the effect it has on an election, based on who has what money and how much they have and where they get it, and the actual system, how it's broken, and what's allowed and not allowed, and all of that. I thought it was very educational, and it had great visuals and great music and a good pace and good narration. I thought it was a good amount of time and educational, and kind of opened your eyes a little bit if you're not really immersed in the political side of things. So
It's really interesting and really well researched in the voiceover. I thought the choice of visuals was really creative given the topic, and the editing goes a long way to make it feel like a higher production value documentary in terms of combining the research and the voiceover with the images and the way it moves around. I thought it was really unique and really creative.
And I think you do a very good job of getting everything done in a very succinct period of time, hitting on all the important notes and everything like that. And I think it's, fairly well made.